there's Baker now Bowden to Wise. Yes! Package. Now Schroeder down 4. Franks at corner 3. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Raiders Sports Report. I am, as usual, Brandon Morvillius here this evening talking about the week of December the 7th through December the 12th in Raider Sports here this evening. As we'll get right into things with the Raider Sports Report here tonight, a very successful week overall for the Lady Raider basketball team. You know, recapping last week, got off to a little bit of a different start there. Started with the Blue River game on Tuesday night. Unfortunately there for the Raiders, went down in defeat there at the Blue River Vikings there in that one, but then bounced back on Thursday night, traveled to Cambridge City with a big win to get their first win of the season. It was 59-17, the final score there in that one. So now 1-2 on the season here for this Lady Raider basketball team. And, you know, an exciting team, I think, to watch throughout the season here. You know, they have a lot of youth to the team and experience at the varsity level. But I think as the season goes along here, at least hopefully we get to play some games. You know, hopefully we don't have some games taken away here from us. But I think with time, you know, I think that maturity level and experience there at the varsity level will continue to build and progress as a team, and hopefully they continue to roll here from that Thursday night win there at Cambridge City. Then for the boys basketball team, came up just a little bit short. There on Saturday afternoon, took on Fort Wayne, the Generals, in which the Raiders lost that one by 1 point, 52-51. Like I said, it was a hard-fought ball game all the way through, and the Raiders had a chance, especially there at the end, in which, you know, they had a lead, I think, with right around a minute and a half, 2 minutes left in the game. And then down the stretch, they ended up having a big three. Fort Wayne did, and put them back ahead. Again, the Raiders had a couple opportunities late in the ball game. Just unfortunately came up a little bit short, but you know, you're continuing to see the team, you know, come together, you know, build that team chemistry. I think it's going to be so important that not only they build team chemistry, but then again continue to build that experience level, because just like the girls basketball team, it's a very young team that the boys team has as well. And so I think with time and practice and building that team chemistry and gaining that experience and getting more shots and playing more teams. I mean, you know, you got to think you're only 2 games in. The Lady Raiders have only played 3, so it's not like, you know, we've already played 8 or 9 games in the season now. We're still early on, so anything can, you know, obviously can happen. Just got to stay the course, keep working every day in practice, and be ready to go for the next time when you play, which we'll get into again. You know, when you take a look, you know, all the different things that's going on with this pandemic and everything, it makes it tough with, you know, schedule changes and everything else. So we're going to get to that here in just a brief moment. But this, folks, is This Week in Sports. All right, so we take a look here. The Raiders, the Wapahani Lady Raiders, that is, will be beginning their week tomorrow night on Tuesday. This is Monday evening. It'll be a Tuesday night matchup as your Wapahani Lady Raiders take on the Yorktown Lady Tigers. That'll be a JV start time, 6 o'clock, varsity game to follow. Now, Wapahani, as I mentioned, 1-2 on the season here so far. Yorktown, 2-1. Their lone loss came to Pendleton Heights. I believe it was sometime last week. And so, you know, really this Yorktown team, much bringing back from last year's team. And you have Elizabeth Reese, you have Carly Culberson, Jalen Dunsmore. Those are the 3 catalysts of that team that have been solid throughout the last 3 years. And so now coming into their senior year, looking for another big season this year. And and I'm sure that's going to be a tough ball game come tomorrow night. But your Wapahani Lady Raiders again looking to continue to bounce back and to win some ball games here again. Coming off that win last week at Cambridge City, hopefully they can build off of that and use that with some confidence going into tomorrow night's game against a big opponent there in the Yorktown Lady Tigers. And then on Thursday night, Wapahani also will be back at it at home against the Winchester Golden Falcons, which obviously has also been another thorn in our side throughout the years here. But that team obviously looks a little bit different than what it has in the past 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years. But they still have a very potent offense. Right now, Winchester averaging just a little over 65 points a game, only allowing 36 a game. So they are beating their opponents by a sizable margin. 4-1 is the record right now. I think they have a game tomorrow, so that very well could be 5-1 once they come into Raider Gymnasium on Thursday night. So again, those are two very crucial games there for Wapahani. You got to get off to a good start tomorrow night at home against Yorktown, and then another home game on Thursday night at Winchester. Got to defend your home court. Again, got to bring that confidence, and hopefully they're able to come out here and put on a great showing there for themselves and get a couple wins this week against two very, very tough opponents. Now on to the Wapahani Raider boys basketball team. They will be on the road for the first time this season on Friday night when they travel to Lapel, which Lapel and Wapahani through the years also has a storied rivalry there. A lot of great games, and we expect another great one come Friday night. Again, that will be a JV start time, 6 o'clock. Varsity game to follow. We're hoping to have that game live. Not sure of exactly the Wi-Fi situation there. I know in years past, it's been kind of hit and miss at times. But we're really expecting a great ball game there on Friday night from Lapel, and then Saturday night also there is a schedule change. Wapahani was supposed to play at Knightstown on Saturday night. Instead, that game has been canceled, and they have replaced that with a game that is supposed to be played later on in the season. They moved it up now, and that's going to be the Centerville Bulldogs. That will be a JV start time, 6 o'clock. Varsity game to follow, again, coming up on Saturday night, as your Wapahani Raider boys basketball team has back-to-back Friday night at Lapel and then Saturday night at home here against Centerville. So, again, we have very tough opponents coming up this week for not only the girls team, but then the boys team as well. Hopefully they're able to see some success, able to get back to their winning ways like we know that they're capable of doing, and come up with a couple of wins and hopefully build off the success that they have this week and move on to bigger and better things come next week. But really looking forward to things, and hopefully all of you are as well. Again, we just wanted to get on here again for our weekly Raider Sports Report, spend a little time with y'all out there in Raider Nation. Again, we want to express our thanks and appreciation for always watching us and supporting our teams out here. That's so important to us, and so we greatly appreciate you more than you will ever know for always sticking in there with us and watching our broadcast and supporting our teams out here, especially in a time like this. I think our kids need that much more of attention and support. And I think that they definitely deserve it, and so we're happy to be able to provide it, and thank you all for watching as always. Also, make sure to follow us on our Twitter and Facebook pages. We'll have all different kinds of things on there all the time that we post upon every broadcast we have. Schedule changes as well. We put one on Twitter today for that boys basketball game on Saturday. So make sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and then also subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to do that. Everything's free, doesn't cost a dime. And then click the little bell icon right next to the subscribe button there. It just sends you alerts and notifications upon every single broadcast. So again, we appreciate you all for joining us here tonight. This has been our Raider Sports Report live here on the WHS Network. And we'll see you next week right back here. Have a great night, folks.